This is Daily Trends here on Pinax News. This is the hub for quality entertainment. And as you know, when I take this, it is always about the latest news from the world of art and entertainment. Now, the internet is actually going crazy and buzzing following some reports gathering from internet sensation Sophie Maureen, who has actually gone viral over just marrying herself and divorcing herself within just 24 hours. Yes, and so the internet, like I said earlier, is actually going mad or crazy because internet sensation, she's actually very popular on Twitter, about 500,000 followers, and she's very influential on the app over there. So yes, so she earlier in 2023, I mean 20th February 2023, said she was actually going to nap the tail, like actually going to tie the knot. And so we were all expecting that she was actually going to bring out maybe a lucky man. So yes, there's going to be a wedding and all of that. However, it turned out that she had no man, no, like it was just she and herself, and she married herself. Um, a question, which human being in his or her right senses? I mean, ever since I've, lived my whole life, in this world, I have never seen anyone married herself or himself and divorced himself or herself within 24 hours. I mean, who does that? And so the internet is actually asking so many questions and is actually shocked because she apparently seems to be the first person that has married herself and has divorced herself within just 24 hours. We don't know her reasons. Now, let me tell you the reasons why she did it. So apparently, she says she can't deal with her own self again. Yes, so she's tired of her own self. Now, this is interesting because it looks like she knew herself, and so she didn't even venture to even look for a man to have as a companion. However, she chose to marry herself. Now, even if you marry yourself, why would you come out to divorce yourself like just within 24 hours and spend them so lavishly on your wedding? Now, guess what? She spent close to 15,000 US dollars on just her private wedding, including some cakes she baked. She didn't even invite any close friends or relatives. However, she baked. She had cakes baked. She had drinks, present at her private, her own, just her own wedding. She had cakes, baked for herself. She had drinks, and she had other, items anyone would, be given if he or she had attended that private ceremony. And so this is a very interesting topic, and the internet is actually going haywire about it. Now, the woman, married herself, has instigated divorce proceedings after spending just one day. Like, she got married, assuming she got married, like, maybe in the morning, around maybe 6. So let's say just within 6, 7, 8, the next morning, she was fed up with herself and she couldn't, control herself. And so this is very interesting. Now, Twitter is actually buzzing because this is the first time anyone, like I said, has actually done this. Now, Sophie Mori, like I said, is an internet sensation. When you go to Twitter, you may want to check her out with her very babby self and, banging body like she used to post and all of that. And so all these while, her fans were assuming that she may have a lucky man in her life, and so there's going to be a big wedding. Well, apparently she's just 25 years old, and so, well, she's not so old, and so maybe those may open for her, after this. Let's actually get onto the internet and see what people have been talking about this crazy sensation, from this lady that has actually gone very, very viral. Now, like I said, if you don't know Annie, Sophie Mori, you may want to check her out on Twitter, Instagram, and all her social media platforms. This is history, and maybe she would be recorded as the first woman in the Guinness Book of Records to have actually married herself, divorced herself within just 24 hours. She has made history. Now let's hit some of the comments and get your okay. So this one is coming from Gaston. Gaston is saying, and that equals you are the problem. Okay. This one comes from Susan. Susan says she does look the type of commit anyway. Okay, I'm trying to understand. Okay, this one's coming from Carol. Carol said she cheated on herself. Well, how do you know she cheated on herself? Like, someone marries her own self and divorces her own self. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, there's more to it than just cheating. And so Lynn says, well, separation is going to be mighty difficult, possibly heartbreaking. Well, maybe she just couldn't live alone, like, alone. Um, Definitely she needs a companion. I'm just assuming she needs a companion. And so, and yeah, I'm just assuming because this is pathetic, like very pathetic. Now, Alison on Facebook says, "How can you divorce your own self when you would still?" Okay, so he says, "How can you divorce yourself when you would still always be there?" Yeah, that's the question, Alison. Like, I'm even confused. I mean, you are the human, herself. You married yourself, and so it's like loving yourself, right? That's even right. And so, how do you? I just want to understand how someone says, "I have divorced myself." What does it mean to divorce yourself? I don't know, more explanation to be given. Krishna says that might explain why you're not married to anyone else. If you can't handle you, then how can anyone else? Well, yes, like I said, maybe she's just fed up. She just can't deal with her own self. More comments here. Tina Van Winkle says, could have saved the money for something or someone that really wants to marry her. I totally agree with you, Tina. Trust me, because this is just a private wedding. No invitation, no family member, or family members involved. Just your private wedding, and you spend. Oh man, I mean, I'm even told that it's more than that, $15,000. She spent on just her private wedding without any guest, not even a man. This is history. Well, yes, this is history. Now, Ebenezer says, unbelievable. She couldn't even stand her own self. Sick people everywhere. Okay, Catherine says, I wonder if she wears the trousers, then okay, so I wonder if she wears the trousers then in that relationship. Okay, so yeah, Catherine is trying to ask that did she marry her own self as a man and as a woman at the same time? Looks like she has a divided a divided organ, and so she has a way of satisfying herself when she feels for it. And so she had to marry herself, her own self, and satisfy her own self. But why would you marry yourself and divorce yourself in just 24 hours? Let me read some few comments again. And this one's coming from Humphrey. Okay, so this one is okay. So this is not coming from Humphrey. This is coming from Sue. Sue says she needs professional help. Well, we don't know if she's actually battling any psychological or mental issues, but she has actually made history as the first, maybe yes, maybe the first woman to actually marry herself and divorce herself within 24 hours. Not even inviting, not even a pastor, or okay, there were pastors involved there to actually bless the marriage, but there was no invitation for friends and families to actually witness this union. Wow, this history can't be forgotten. Yes, this is Daily Trends here on Pinax News and Trust us that this is your source for quality entertainment and latest gist from the world of art entertainment. It's a wrap here.